Hello lovely people, and welcome to what feels like my first video, although it's not. But if you're new here, my name is Mayra, and if you are returning, thank you so much for stopping by. So I know I disappeared with no say, with no explanation. To everybody who has sent me messages on Instagram just checking up on me, thank you so much. It really means the world to me. Before I begin, you know the drill. Subscribe down below, like, comment, share, all that fun stuff. And let's jump right in because I have a lot to say. I will say it feels a little foreign to be sitting here in front of the camera. I'm a little shy. But where do I begin? So I want to say my last video was posted back in maybe April, May of last year. Life happens, okay? A lot of personal things in my life, my relationship, health-wise, a lot of stuff with my parents, health-wise as well. I actually moved back home, back to my hometown in June of last year. I guess it was a way for me to escape the chaos in my head. My depression was at an all-time high. On top of that, my parents were going through a lot of health issues. They were going through a lot of, it was just a lot of doctor's appointments, a lot of back and forth, surgeries, recovery times. Although my sisters and I did take turns with like medical appointments and stuff, a lot of it fell on my shoulders. You know, Luisa in Encanto, you know, the pressure surface, that was me. That was me for quite some time, for a few months. And not to mention, my relationship wasn't at a very stable place. Obviously, we were not together. And then unfortunately, my husband did have an accident at work. He was out of work. If you guys want me to talk more about that, let me know down below in the comments. It was a lot of mental work. On top of that, I was still grieving the loss of my business. It was really, really hard to let go of the idea that that was not who I was anymore. A lot of you on here found me because of my daycare content. Unfortunately, that is not my journey anymore. I will have daycare content come out, kind of the do's and don'ts, so your business doesn't fail like mine. It was my own personal issues that I will talk more about in future videos. But anyways, back to what I was saying. So yeah, so my parents were having a lot of health issues. On top of that, I was having a lot of health issues. At the, I want to say beginning of summer maybe, I really don't remember, I had found a little lump on the side of my breast, and that was really, really scary. And for a long time I had a lot of people dismiss what I was feeling. Even if I spoke to professionals, I was told, you're too young, you don't have to worry about those type of things, it doesn't run in your family. So I was just dismissed. I will say I don't wish that upon anybody. I can't even imagine what people have to go through day to day with insurance and everything. I was still being shut down constantly. So I can't even imagine what people have to go through when they really have to go into treatments and such. It's a scary thing. So that was a big scare that I had. I will come back to that. At the end of last year, I was fortunate enough to go on a family vacation with my parents, my sisters, niece and nephew, my husband, my kids, and it was wonderful. I hadn't been back to where I'm from, Santa Catarina, Guanajuato. I hadn't been back there in 12, 13 years. And it was really a beautiful experience to get to go with my family, with my kids, my husband, and my parents. It was wonderful. It very much felt like a celebration of life because I was able to be there with my whole family. And I'm so grateful for that. I did mean to vlog, but once I was there, I just wanted to soak it up and be in the moment. So I didn't get to do much of that. Another reason for me going was trying to seek medical help in Mexico because I had been shut down so many times here in the States. Unfortunately, it didn't go as I planned. It is what it is. I still enjoyed the trip, so that's all that matters. Once we returned to the States again, I began seeking help again. Finally, in May, I was able to see somebody. Finally, somebody took me seriously. Somebody heard my concerns. So I was told that it is not cancerous. I don't 100% have peace of mind because I still don't know what it is. I was told it could be a cyst, but I don't know 100%. So although somebody did hear me out, I wasn't given all the answers I'm looking for. So I'm still on that journey trying to find answers to what is going on because it's still there. I still feel it. It's still an annoyance. Sometimes it'll hurt. Other times I forget it's there. So that is something that I'm still pursuing. I need answers. Also, at the end of last year, before we went on our vacation, I began therapy again. And my husband and I, we started going to counseling again. I can't say it was a tremendous help because I was in such a low state. On top of that, oh, Magic, honey. Not my cat trying to make an appearance. And I honestly did not know what to do. At one point, my depression was so bad that getting out of bed was a task. So on top of the medical concern that I had, I was diagnosed with PCOS. And I am talking about the whole package with PCOS. The facial hair, the loss of hair on my head, acne, the fatigue, the weight gain. At the beginning of this year, I hit my highest weight that I have ever been. That was really discouraging because I was already doing the treatments, taking supplements, eating healthy, working out, and nothing seemed to help. The scale just kept going up and up. And the sad thing about that is people will look at you and just think that you live such an unhealthy, sedentary lifestyle when that is not the reality. I will say I have been able to come back down. I fluctuate between 10 and 15 pounds, but I really hit a plateau. And I mean, it's just, it is what it is. All I can do is continue making better choices, continue being active. I can continue taking the supplements, I'm taking the medication, but it is what it is at this point. Another thing that I am learning, a journey I am going through right now is self-love, self-acceptance. Now that my children are getting a little older, and we all know kids are mean, they are both in school now. So I really want to implement that in them, that their appearance is only a sliver of what they are. What also matters is like who you are on the inside, your morals, the kindness that you put out in the world. And if I want to implement that in them, I have to practice that myself. Now, I have never been the skinny girl. I have never been thin. There was a small period, I want to say my late teens to early 20s. I'm like 20, that I was thin. Not thin, not even skinny. Like I was just at a smaller size, I suppose. But that's it. I have always been the chubby girl with frizzy curly hair and glasses. That has always been me, and that still me, will continue to be me. It's just, it is what it is. So I am in that journey of self-acceptance, acceptance, and self-love. And if you resonated with any of that, I invite you to join me. Let's figure this out together, girl. Let's do it together, because I know it felt like I was alone at some point. Although I know that I'm not alone, it felt like it. So if you're going through anything like that, join me. We will get through this together. Moving on, So last time you guys saw my house, it was a complete disaster. Obviously, me moving for last summer, everything was put on hold. Omar, with his work injury, with his accident, we really couldn't do much. So everything was put on hold. I am glad to say that we are now at a place where everything is coming together. It's still a mess, don't get me wrong. I don't live in a Pinterest house, but it's finally coming together to a little to my liking. And I'm excited to share that with you guys in future videos. So please be sure to stick around if you're curious to see what my kitchen looks like now, because I know last time you guys saw it, it was a complete disaster. And for the very last update that I want to give you guys is Omar and I are starting a brand new business. This project has been in the works for years, and it was changed, it was tweaked. We put it on the back burner a whole bunch of times, and finally we are ready. Finally, we started. The wheels are turning. We are very close to, I guess, the grand opening. I guess you can call it that. This is completely foreign to us, but we have been doing our homework. We have been doing our research. We have been practicing. That sounded kind of weird, but you guys, it will make sense once I reveal to you what it is. After I didn't lose, after I closed my daycare, I think a lot of the depression came from losing what I had poured my heart and soul into. And that was hard. But I'm ready to pour my soul into something new. I'm ready to begin this journey with my husband. So, okay, this whole new chapter of my life, that's what I'm gonna call it, a whole new chapter. Change is scary, but I am excited. Change is good. And I'm excited. I'm so excited. Like, what else can I say? I will be sharing with you guys the beginning, middle, and all throughout our journey with this new venture. And it is going to be quite the journey. So I invite you to stick around. If you made it to the very end of this, thank you so much. I am ready to be back on here. I'm ready to film. I'm ready to edit again. I'm a little intimidated because I have to get back on the computer, and when I tell you I forgot how editing works, I forgot. Not that my editing was ever great, but I mean, I was learning, I was getting the hang of it, and now I feel like I have to start all over again. But that is my fault. Nobody else to blame but me. But anyways, if you made it to the very end, thank you so much. This is a really exciting chapter in my life, and I'm excited to share that with you. So, with that being said, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe down below, like, comment, share, all that fun stuff. I haven't said that in forever. Please stay safe out there, and I will see you very, very soon.